What is up, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to shoot this members-only video talking through the 2024 holiday season shopping guide. And I published an email about this recently, but I wanted to go into deeper details and obviously talk through this stuff with you. So I hope this is valuable for you. Each year, we kind of talk about this. Each year, we fill up the Discord channel with different points and discounts and things going on through the holiday season. And there's a lot, so it's kind of hard to track. So let's start at the beginning, though. Every single year, I focus around two dates. I focus around Black Friday, Cyber Week, which what starts to happen is, depending on how good of a year the businesses have had, which I don't think 2024 has been a spectacular year for, Walmart and the big brands, is depending on that and based on that, you'll see if it's been a good year, they'll start at the regular time. If it's been a bad year, they'll probably start early. And what I've seen consistently now, and Amazon rolling out a entirely new day, discount day, besides the Prime Day and the block of Black Friday and Cyber Week, is they rolled out a business week. I think it was a week-long sale. Sales are not doing good. That's what that means. So when companies start a sale earlier or sooner, or they make the sale more aggressive, that's usually because things aren't going well. So we can assume that for 2024, things aren't really going that well in terms of big box brands and how they've done this year, right? So Prime Day and Cyber Week, Black Friday, disaster. Those are the two dates throughout the year that I set up really everything. Now, we're not talking about, non-perishable household stuff like toilet paper and things like that. There's enough regular sales, regular discounts given that you can get that throughout the year and buy in bulk and, set that up properly. But for, all my supplementation and all the upgrades that I want to make, like let's say I want to make an update to any electronics, get into Apple stuff, or just get into that ecosystem, or get into new headphones, or a new computer build, or new security and IT stuff. Understand all of that, for the most part, is going to be on sale around the holidays. And that sale is usually comparable to Prime Day sale. Understand, though, that over the last 2 years and 2024, so 3 years now, the Prime Day sales in July are better than the Cyber Week sales. Crazy, right? Wouldn't expect that. You'd think that the absolute best sales that companies and brands are giving are going to be around the holidays. That's not necessarily the case. That being said, we're talking within a couple percent to maybe 5-10% maximum. So I think that it's still comparable and it's still good enough to set those two dates up as the prime dates to kind of revolve everything around. Scheduling wise, I don't think that's weird or hard to do. It's just different, and most people aren't used to doing that. So to start at the top, and I know I've mentioned this a million times, is I set up those two dates as the primary dates that I'm gonna pretty much shop around. And all the big stuff that I wanna get done, or the new things that I wanna get into, upgrades that I wanna make, are based around those two dates. Okay, so all that being said, now, how do we get the most out of this? How do we get the most out of the holiday shopping season? There is a lot going on. First off, I think Home Depot already started all their stuff in the first week of November, which tells you again how bad things really are. So Home Depot, your Lowe's, a lot of other big box brands like Cabela's and stuff like that have already started Black Friday, pre-Black Friday sales, they're calling them. And some people tried, so it's every year I feel like some companies are trying to go before everybody else so that they can get in first and they can get, lock in sales and make more money, I think they're thinking. So I saw a couple of brands doing that this year too, but for the most part, we're gonna be focusing on Amazon and other big brands like that are gonna do free shipping, they're gonna get it to you in 2-3 days, et cetera, et cetera. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to have at least 1 to 2 regular credit cards that you're gonna get at least a 3-2-1 card, right? You're gonna get 3% on, 2% on, et cetera. There are some higher APR cards that you can get, or higher cashback cards that you can get, 5% cards. I think there's still a couple that exist. Down the middle, try and get something that will give you some sort of cashback, right? And the Discover IT is a great example of this. They rotate categories throughout the year. So try and get something like that out of the gates. Next thing you want to do is you want to use some sort of browser extension so that you can track historically the pricing on everything. So that is going to indicate whether or not over the last 12 to 18 to 24 months, this is a good deal or not. And you'll see a lot of stuff that it's the lowest price has been in 18 months. That's probably a good time to buy that thing, even if you don't need it right now, but you're going to need it in the next 6 months, because the next time you'll probably see a sale comparable to this is not going to be until Prime, which is in July. So that's 7-8 months away. So that's the first thing that we want to do, is make sure that it's actually a good deal, because sometimes, there's a little trick where you mark it up, in the month before Prime Day and things like this, and sales like this, and then you cut the discount back down to regular price. So make sure you're not falling for that. But yes, definitely have browser extensions in place to track, like Vetted is a good one to track historical data. There's many more. Also, too, have a browser extension in place like Rakuten, so that you can actually get the best possible price. They will go across the internet and scour the internet for the best possible price for you. And then also, too, you get additional cash back from Rakuten directly. So this is just stacking your cash back rewards. So then you can use your cash back rewards credit card and Rakuten, and you're getting, again, you're doubling up on your efforts there, right? So Rakuten is a great option. But there's several others that I guess you could use. I think Capital One has a built-in system, things like that. So again, just make sure that you're using a second tier rewards program on top of your credit card. So now we're vetting everything at the top level to make sure it's the best possible deal. We're using our cashback credit card. We're also getting cash back from the second tier tool that we're using, right? So we're off to a really, really good start. Now, there are additional discounts that exist, right? And they're kind of weird though. So throughout the Cyber Week sales extravaganza, there will be certain pop-up deals. Now, sometimes they are just like this entire niche or category, like let's call it camping outdoors. Right now, there's one going on for this as I'm shooting this video. And it is camping and outdoors, but I don't know all the brands that are under this, right? And so this is another kind of mystery to it. And I guess that's kind of like an Easter egg hunt and fun for some people, not fun for me. But I know of two brands that qualify for this right now. Walker, which makes earplugs and ear pro for shooting when you're at the pew pew range. And then also Cold Steel, which they make knives and they make baseball bats. So if you did want to place a sizable order over $100, right before you check out, like after you've picked which card you want to use and it's time to place the order, right before that, you'll see that there's a $25 discount applied when you put $100 in the cart. Now, it doesn't seem to get any better when you're at 110 or 120, so just stick to like $100 if you're kind of stretching and finding things to buy versus needing these things to buy. But yeah, you'd get $25 off, which brings down the cost tremendously on those items, especially if you did need it. There are other brands that are included in this, I just don't know what they are. Next thing to note is that it has to all be shipped out and qualify for Prime Day, but I heard some people saying that it even has to qualify for same-day shipping. I don't know, I didn't try this personally because I don't need a bunch of stuff. I had already bought stuff from Walker earlier this year actually, and Cold Steel, believe it or not, bought some baseball bats, make amazing baseball bats, but yeah. So I didn't actually get to do this, but there will be others like this, category-based, where when you add it to your cart, it's going to automatically give you this discount. There's also these weird kind of sales that exist where you can find the actual page to it. Doctor of Credit usually, uncovers these, but essentially they are use your Discover IT card and get 5, 10, 15, 20% off, something like that. And you can use that. So you just use that specific credit card to check out with, and you get additional savings. What's up, guys? I hope you're enjoying that content. Did you know that 99% of the content that we cover on the channel, whether it's data points, credit app sprees, recent success stories, all of that, 99% of it is coming from inside our Discord community, which is a private community that we created to help you integrate what we're putting out there. So we have over 300 videos on this channel. There's tons of other credit finance channels. And so the hardest thing now is not information, it is how to integrate it into your life. If you need help and want to get around a community of like-minded individuals who can help propel you to the next level in your credit game, you might want to check out the Discord. The link is going to be in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, so Discover isn't the only one that does that though. There are others that will pop up. We usually get like 2 or 3. I think Citibank does it sometimes. Maybe American Express, Chase, something like that will pop up this year. We'll see. And that is usually all outlined, and we share that in the Discord channel, which is the Holiday Deals channel. So you could join that if you're not already in there and figure all that out. Next is you could use something like slickdeals.com to actually try and find the best price as well. You could cross-reference all this together and again, make the best possible decision and make sure that you're getting the best possible deal. They also integrate like subs and credit card offers into there, which is pretty interesting and unique. So if you are in a market for a new credit card, there's some pretty good offers around the end of the year, especially on Amazon with the Chase branded card and the American Express branded card. The American Express is on the business side, and they usually have some sort of additional savings or additional cash back that you get when you spend like $400 and open the card. I think that's the offer going around right now is spend $400 and you get something, you get some additional cash back or something on that. So if you didn't have those cards already and you were in the market and you know that you want to spend, a good $3-5 grand on Amazon, not a bad time to line that up for yourself, right? So I think that's also a great idea. Next, if you're going to use buy now, pay later services, is keep in mind that right now, the only one that's reporting them is Experian. Come January 2025, which I think is a little bit rotten, is TransUnion is going to start reporting those. But they did notify us now. So if you're going to use those through the holiday season, understand that all that's going to start showing up on your payment history in your credit profile on TransUnion as well now. Now, I'm not sure how that's going to exactly work, because with Experian, once you've kind of used it the first time, and you could pay it down immediately, by the way, which you can pay it down with a credit card, a cashback credit card, and all of that helps stack and is a little bit of a hack to, again, get more out of what you're attempting to do. But I don't know if TransUnion is going to report the same way, because when it's kind of open and you keep using it over and over and over again on Experian, it's not reporting it as open, closed, open, closed, open, closed, open, closed, another new account, another new account, another new account, which does damage and hurt your average age of account over time. I'm not sure if TransUnion is how they're going to do that. I assume because it's it's almost like a line of credit, and so it's like refilling and replenishing itself as you're paying it off. And as long as you use it and you're active in that, they're not going to show it as closed. I assume TransUnion will do the same as Experian, but I really don't know. So just keep that in mind. I do think buy now, pay later services, especially through the holidays, if you've got a plan to pay that off, or you just don't want to hit large payments, or whatever your plan is, you want to get additional cash back by paying that off immediately with a card. Whatever your plan is, I do think it's a decent strategy. And so there's the kind of credit profile aspect of it that you need to know. What else? Oh, gift cards. Gift cards, usually they will do like you get $5 extra. I don't think I've ever seen $10 extra, but they will do like $5 free essentially. So if you wanted to load up on gift cards for yourself for later in the year, or if you actually are giving this for gifts, or if you're just trying to like strategically line yourself up for next year and get some additional savings, you could do that as well, which that's not a bad way. That's not a bad way to go either. And then last thing and most important thing is just make sure you have a clear list of what you want. That way you don't get lost in it and you start getting FOMO and you're just like, oh, well, gee, I need, a new stapler and I need a new this and I need a new that, when you don't necessarily. So I've gotten myself into trouble with that. I'm sure you have as well, where you're not crystal clear on your list and what you want to get going into the season. I always make myself up a list. I use my Notion, and I will refine that down actually. And then as soon as everything kind of starts and pops off, I will then adjust accordingly and take away here, add there, whatever. Give you a great example is it's going to be based on stock and inventory. Now that's not a huge problem in 2024, but it still kind of is. Like Peak Refuel, which is what I use for all my camping meals and my dehydrated meals, they are currently, at the time of shooting this video, completely out of stock, and they have been for months. And I asked their customer support, are you guys going to be filled up, ready to go with your packages? Like they make these big like 30-day packs, et cetera, where it's like 30 meals and up. Are you going to be ready with that stuff for the holidays? And they said that they're hoping that they are, but they're not sure. I know of a couple other companies I was planning to buy from, and they are out of materials and sourcing. So, we never really had to deal with that issue before, and I know that it's starting to get better, but don't assume that you're going to be able to just go in and buy this thing and they're going to have plenty of inventory, even down to like Home Depot and Lowe's deals, is that the best like Milwaukee bundles and stuff that they were doing are already almost sold out at a lot of locations. And the online sales aren't the same as in store. So keep that in mind. Inventory is an issue, especially this year still, and they will run out of that stuff. So, even if they've got what seems like a ton of supply, if you can get it now, you probably should versus waiting. So anyways, that's what I got for you. I hope that was enough. If I missed anything, let me know, and I hope this helps guide you through this 2024 shopping year. Have fun with it. Like always, make fun, find something fun in it, and don't get too stressed out about the holiday season and what you've got to give or what you can give. Just do what you can and go from there. But anyways, yeah, let me know in the comments if I missed anything or what your best holiday discount hack is or holiday shopping hack is. Thanks for watching.